Are you worried about missing crucial deadlines in legal matters? Dive into the world of limitation periods, a legal primer. In the legal arena, timing can make or break a case. Whether it's taxation or other legal matters, actions must be taken within set timeframes. These crucial timeframes are known as limitation periods. Simply put, a limitation period is the deadline for taking legal action. This could mean filing an appeal against a tax demand or challenging a tax assessment in court. These periods aren't random. They play a vital role in ensuring legal certainty. Imagine a world without time limits for legal claims. It would be a chaotic environment, with old disputes popping up even after years or decades. Limitation periods protect everyone involved. For taxpayers, they offer a shield against outdated claims. For tax authorities, they ensure timely revenue collection. By setting clear deadlines, limitation periods help keep the legal system orderly and efficient. The need for flexibility, extending limitation periods. While limitation periods are essential for legal certainty, there are instances where strict adherence to deadlines can lead to unfair outcomes. Life is full of unforeseen circumstances, and sometimes these circumstances can make it genuinely difficult for taxpayers to meet their legal obligations on time. Consider a natural disaster that destroys business records or a global pandemic that disrupts normal operations. In such situations, expecting taxpayers to adhere to strict deadlines would be unreasonable and unjust. This is where the concept of extending limitation periods comes into play. Extensions provide much-needed flexibility, allowing taxpayers additional time to fulfill their obligations without facing undue penalties. This flexibility is particularly crucial in a complex and evolving tax system like the goods and services tax, where rules and regulations are constantly being refined. However, any extension of limitation periods must be done in a legally sound manner, ensuring transparency and fairness. Telangana High Court's landmark ruling, a boon for taxpayers. In a significant development concerning GST limitation periods, the Telangana High Court recently issued a landmark ruling, bringing clarity and relief to taxpayers. The case centered around the GST Council's power to extend limitation periods, a matter that had sparked debate and uncertainty. The court unequivocally affirmed the GST Council's authority to recommend and subsequently ratify extensions of limitation periods. This two-step process, the court ruled, ensures both flexibility and legal validity. The ruling stemmed from a case where the GST Council had extended deadlines for issuing show-cause notices related to tax recovery and input tax credit for the financial year 2019 to 2020. Several petitioners had challenged these extensions, arguing that they were primarily driven by administrative reasons rather than exceptional circumstances like force majeure. While acknowledging these concerns, the court refrained from interfering with the notifications issued by the GST Council. Importantly, the court upheld the principle of natural justice. While acknowledging the extensions, it directed the appellate authorities to consider appeals on their individual merits. Ensuring fairness, the impact on GST administration. The Telangana High Court's ruling has far-reaching implications for GST administration in India. By upholding the GST Council's authority to extend limitation periods in a legally sound manner, the ruling strikes a balance between the interests of taxpayers and the government. This decision provides much-needed clarity and certainty for taxpayers, assuring them that extensions granted by the GST Council are legally valid. It empowers the GST Council to respond effectively to unforeseen situations such as natural disasters or economic crises by providing timely relief to taxpayers. For instance, if a taxpayer is unable to file a GST return on time due to a natural calamity, the GST Council can recommend and ratify an extension, preventing the taxpayer from incurring penalties. Ultimately, this landmark ruling paves the way for a fairer and more efficient GST regime in India. It underscores the importance of flexibility and fairness in tax administration.